Your article URL is super important for SEO. That's why permalinks on WordPress websites are something publishers should choose carefully. By default, WordPress does use the post ID, which will be your domain / post ID and a number attached to it. Some also go and make that change to post title. So the title you are using for your article comes up. But if you're a news or media publisher with multiple different categories, it is important for you to have the category included in the slug itself. And that is something you can change using permalinks. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So as you can see with my current blog, here's a sample article that I have, and the URL reads the domain and the post title. Now, if I were to separate it based on categories, it's going to look far more organized. So for example, the social media post could be /social media / the article name, which means that someone goes back to /social media, all the related posts with respect to this category will be available there. So if you are planning on categorizing all of your posts using categories on WordPress, here is how you can do that. So in order to do that, you'll need to go to WordPress. On WordPress, go to Settings, Permalinks. Now this will show the default permalink structure that your website is using. Plain is the most common one that is used. The current one that is on my blog is the post name. So you see the domain and the post name. Now if you want to separate it based on categories, you will need to create a custom structure. You can click on custom structure and remove the post name that's already included. If there's anything else, you can clear that as well. And once you're done that, at the bottom, you have the option to add the category and you can add the post name. So the site URL that would be generated based on this permalink would be the domain name, the category in which your article belongs to, which you'll have to mark before you publish, and the post name. So for example, I have a football post that I'm going to go ahead and publish. So that would come under /sports based on the category I select. I'm going to walk you through that as well. Once you've customized the structure, you can go ahead and hit save. If you want to add more parameters on all your URLs, you can do that by adding some of the available tags that WordPress offers. You can add year, month, even author names if you'd like to do that. Once you've finalized the structure that you want, go ahead and click Save Changes. Now onto the post I was talking about. So here's a post that I've saved as a draft, which I'm going to publish and show how the new URL would look like. Now since I have put category as a variable in my custom structure, selecting a category becomes crucial. Otherwise, it goes to the uncategorized section, and that will also be visible in the URL. So since it's a football post, the current default one is uncategorized. I would go ahead and select sport as it and uncheck uncategorized. So this way, what would happen is this article will get filed under /sports. If this was a politics article, I can select /politics. If it was a travel blog, for example, I can select /travel. And that way, the URL structure will be formed accordingly. You can go ahead, add tags as well. Now, since this is a demo article, I'm just going to go ahead and hit publish. Now, once it's published, you can go view post. And as you can see in the URL bar, it has my domain, the category, which is sports that I've selected, and the post title. You can also have multiple categories, but only the primary category that you've selected will show up in the URL. So for example, an article can be related to finance and politics at the same time, but you'll need to take a call on which category you would want to primarily file this under. So if you would want this to be viewable to anyone looking at finance, file it under finance. If it's a politically influenced news, which more people would be interested to read if it was in the politics section, mark it accordingly. And that is how you can categorize your website very, very well. This is a great way of enhancing your SEO. It's also helpful for your readers to go through your website and find relevant content as well. I hope this helps.